Alright, how's it going, Forest Dwellers? 2-Foot Giant back again. Got a hardware review on this bad boy right here. Twisted Messes from Compvape. Now, I'm not going to go out, I'm not going to lie. I don't have too many authentic devices, addies, anything, really. Just a handful of things that I have that are actually authentic. This addy, I absolutely fell in love with right off the bat, simply because of everything that it comes with, the build quality, everything about it in all actuality. The first thing that made me absolutely ecstatic was some of the smallest little details that they did, like this right here. This, guys, if you can see it, those are extra insulators and an extra firing pin. The other little baggie that it comes in, extra O-rings, extra screws, comes set up like this in the box. Of course, the addy over here, and then this right here. Now, this stainless steel, entire top as a chuff cap. Then you've got a stainless steel ring. You've got a 510 adapter, and the other one in the box here is the blue ring. Now, the entire top portion comes off here. It's screws closed and open, kind of like the Dark Horse does. But this entire portion, this is another Delrin chuff cap. It does have a major bore on it, but fits into the same slot that, let's throw things around, fits into the same slot that the 510 adapter fits into. With this 510 drip tip, this fucker gets hot. Just saying. So, I've come to like it just like that on that top there. Now, this is the sleeve itself, the actual top cap. It's simple. Twist it on one side, messes on the other. The airflow is essentially 3 holes that have been drilled out very closely. And these fit over just so. So you can set it off where it's wide open, turn it where you get 2 or 1 hole, even smaller, whatever. So let me get this set back where I had it. I had it wide open. And it really depends on what I'm doing with it as to what I'll have my airflow set with on this. I've been running it all day today with a nickel build, a single coil nickel build on my Evic VT. Produced amazingly. Yesterday I had a dual coil nickel build. The day before that, dual coil. I just nickel build all the way through. The first thing I built on it was a Canthal build, and it completely surprises me. For something with that size of a chamber and that tall of a chamber, it's actually massive flavor. I mean, you don't look at it that it would be a flavor addy. It also comes with, thankfully, Allen cream. So, I'm not gonna lie, I've already got this built. So, I mean, you can see it's a nice juice well in there. The build holes are pretty damn sizable. I'd say, honestly, they're probably just a hair smaller than the Doge build holes. still perfectly big enough, because it is a T-post, still perfectly big enough for your bigger Claptons, fused Claptons, whatnot. And of course the grub screws, no heads, Allen keys. Grub screws make it amazing for using nickel builds because the grub screws don't back out. You need that constant connection for the nickel, because if it backs off at all, you're going to lose your connection. Your nickel build's going to start fluctuating. Your mod's not going to read it right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've got, of course, little wicks in there for little bow ties. Honestly, because I'm going to finish this hardware review, and then I'm going to review the Jismoglobbin from Gar Fluids from Mount Baker. They sponsor my show. They sent this out. I had a couple of requests for this. So, get her shaken up. Get her wet down. I didn't want to wet it down first because it would have made it a little bit harder to be able to see the juice well itself and to be able to see the build holes. But honestly, guys, I mean, I've gone through quite a few atomizers. At one point, my little boy was my favorite. I had a clone little boy. Got a Smock Caterpillar from back in the day. My Igo W was my very, very first rebuildable atomizer. And then I got my hands on the Silopex Gate and the addies that come with that. Those became very quickly my very, very favorite addies. Since then, I've had the Doge X2, which I absolutely loved, but the juice well on it was teensy. So, got this juice down there. Let's give her a couple of pulls, see what it does. Now, the one thing I don't like is that no matter what you do on the AVIC VT, it never sits like you want it to. You've always got one juice hole pointing straight at you. I don't like that. I like my juice hole, I like my airflow holes going out to the sides. That way, if I'm clearing out, they don't come straight back into my beard. Of course, that all depends on what mod you're putting them on. On my IPv3, they're pretty much out to the side. It just depends. Let me go ahead and show you before I fire it up the bottom here and the 510. Get excess juice off of it. So it is an adjustable tip. It is an adjustable 510. On the bottom simply says Compvape, and then 9777 is my serial on here. The insulators, I'm so happy that it came with extra insulators, because that's always my problem with an atomizer. They kind of figure that with the build holes being as big as it is, you're going to end up frying out insulators. So I love the fact that they sent extras in the box. I mean, just absolutely makes me fall in love with it. One other thing I do like, and this is a little me thing, it's a little detail, some people will never do it, but the spacing between your positive posts and your negative posts, you get it on there. If you don't like getting juice on your hands when you're screwing your addy down, it does. The top cap fits just perfectly in between there to be able to turn it. I don't like getting juice on my hands. So let's go. So that build that I have in there come out to a 0.43. I've got it sitting at 60 watts. Just about half dead on my battery. But it don't matter because it's regulated. So I mean, the Addy itself just produces an amazing amount of vapor, and it doesn't matter what juice you have in there, what the ratio of the juice is. It just produces a mad amount of vapor. Now that I have in there, the guar, this is 50-50, and you can see the way this comes out. I mean, it's just absolutely excellent. And the flavor is dead on point. I mean, for something that you wouldn't figure is going to be a flavor addy, and they didn't do anything special on the top cap. I mean, it's just slanted in. It just produces so much flavor. Hands down, very easily, very easily, this has become my absolute favorite atomizer. And I mean, it's just great. Compvape hit it dead on the nose with this one. I have seen them go anywhere, and I mean anywhere between like $12 and $20, give or take a couple, depending on where you go, where you shop. I've even seen them more expensive than that. I haven't actually seen any shops that have them in my area, though. Not that I go shop hopping a lot. I work at a shop, and then I come home. I don't really go to any other shops around. Just absolutely amazing. And that's wide open airflow. Let's cut it down a hole. And it's just that easy. I mean, just unspin, twist, spin back on. Even cutting down the airflow. I mean, just amazing cloud production off of it. And then, of course, the flavor is just more and more as you go. Now, on the single air hole, it is rather restrictive. I will say that. Of course, I mean, you're dealing with one airflow on a pretty big chamber inside of there. So it is a little restrictive on the pull. So it does give you the various effect. You know, it's the whole purpose of having a rebuildable is to customize your vape experience. And this does it. But even on the smallest airflow, massive vapor on it. Absolutely massive vapor on it. So yeah, guys, I mean, honestly, this one was given to me by Mr. Charles Buck at Buck's Hideaway on Facebook, and I'll put the link into his group right now. Doing raffles down there. He's raffling these off a couple of 180 mil, 150 mil skulls full of juice. Actually, he's raffling off my own flavor, 120 mils worth of what I call my 2-foot cookie. It's a blueberry oatmeal cookie that will just absolutely knock your socks off. So if you want in on that, all you have to do is like the page. He wants you to share that one and then subscribe to my YouTube. So all that have already, subscribed to YouTube, join into the group, like that post, share it if you feel like it, and it's a free raffle for 120 mils worth of my 2-foot cookie. But I'm going to cut it right there, guys. Go ahead and make a new video and start talking about the juice itself. So there you go, guys. The Twisted Messes by Compvape. I love the little Mojo Jojo logo that they have on their name. Took me a while to realize that looks like a fused Clapton for the logo itself for the Twisted Messes. But yeah, guys, y'all have a good night. Vape on.